Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the valedictory of 1 week national level faculty development program on recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning organized by Department of CSE Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram. Hope all dignitaries, guests and participants has joined the session. In this evening, I cordially welcome and convey my regards to Dr. P. Kiran Srigaru, Convener, Head of the Department, CSE, Dr. P. Srinivas Raju Vice Principal, SVCW, Dr. G. Srinivas Rao Garu, Principal, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, and today's chief guest, Dr. Aditi Sharma. Ma'am, we welcome you to this valedictory, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now let us start the valedictory session with the grand outreach of this college video. Sir, voice not coming. Kiran sir, check voice. Sir, we are not getting voice.
I think video volume is low.
Type sharing before to log in the Microsoft team. In earlier stage, the audio sharing is checked by participate, so that video and audio both are display.
You can log out from the meeting and then log in again. I think it will work.
Yes, and tick the audio sharing with
Yes.
all entire screen.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yeah, dear participants, sorry for the inconvenience. I don't know what happened. Actually, the settings for this Microsoft Teams were changed, I hope. Yeah, we'll move on to the next. Okay, thank you for your patience. Now we entered the main part of the valedictory. I feel delighted to invite today's chief guest, Dr. Aditi Sharma. We welcome you, ma'am. We are
Thank
very
you, sir.
glad. Yeah, we are very glad to have you in this faculty development program. And despite of your busy schedule, being in a Sunday, you spend your valuable time to share your valuable insight to our participants. Now I request you to share your thoughts, ma'am. Before entering to the session, let me take the privilege to introduce you, ma'am. It is my great honor to introduce today's valedictory functions chief guest, Dr. Aditi Sharma. Dr. Aditi Sharma received B.Tech degree in computer science and engineering from Modi Institute of Technology and Science, Lakshmargah, India in 2008 and also qualified GATE in 2008. She received her PhD degree from MBM Engineering College, JNVU, India in computer science and engineering in 2018. She is currently working as postdoctoral fellow in School of Engineering and Digital Sciences at Nazarbayev University, Tajikistan in the area of intelligent crypto systems, IoT and cloud in robotics. She is designated as Associate Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering and Institute Coordinator, Patents and Publications at Pearl University, Vadodara. Prior to that, she has worked as Associate Professor in ITM Occasional University, Vadodara and Quantum University, Roorkee, Uttarakhand. Her overall experience is almost 14 years. She has published 36 research papers in international journals, SCI, ESCI, Scopus, and national and international conferences and authored 4 books. She has published 6 patents and also having 19 patent grants in her credit. Her research area includes cryptography, blockchain, VLSI, cellular automata, machine learning, AI chatbots, IoT, and artificial intelligence. He is the life member of professional bodies such as Cryptography Society of India, IEANG, and N2 Women Society. She is serving as conference chair, general chair, technical program committee member, and reviewer in various Springer IEEE international conferences and many more. She was invited for resource persons in Tech3 faculty development programs and in international conferences such as ICA STM 2020. She has been the faculty mentor for Smart India Hackathon and first AICTE Chhatra Vishwakarma Award. She served as coordinator IIT Bombay Spoken Tutorial, NPTEL, Atal Incubation Center at MITS Jordan. She also organized various workshops, industrial visits, and conferences during her career. She also got Best Teacher Award by Rajasthan Patrika Group. Really, we are delighted to have such a great person as a chief guest for this valedictory function, ma'am. Now I request you to share your valuable insights, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you so much. And it's a kind of privilege for me, such honor, and inviting me here. And this is like very technical aspects that is you are sharing here as a recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning. I'm really thankful to Dr. P. Kiran Sri, HOD Computer Science and Engineering, Shri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, and Shri Pri Srinivas Raju, Shri G. Srinivas Raju, and KV Vishnu Raju for giving us the opportunity and giving the opportunity to the participants to participate in such a great FDP where the eminent speakers are sharing the knowledge. And just briefly, like summarizing why we need cybersecurity and machine learning club together. Okay, so it's not a big talk. It's just a kind of an introduction and like interactive, just deliverable where we are using why we are going to be club machine learning into the cybersecurity. So it's today impossible to deploy effective cybersecurity technology without relying heavily on machine learning. At the same time, it's impossible to effectively deploy machine learning without a comprehensive, rich, and complete approach to the underlying data. Today, machine learning becomes so critical to cybersecurity. There are several reasons. With machine learning, cybersecurity systems can analyze patterns and learns from them to help prevent similar attacks and respond to changing behavior. It can help cybersecurity teams be more proactive in preventing threats and responding to active attacks in real time. It can reduce the amount of time spent on routine tasks and enable organizations to use their resources more strategically. In short, machine learning can make cybersecurity simpler, more proactive, less expensive, and far more effective. But it can only do those things if the underlying data that supports the machine learning provides a complete picture of the environment. As they say, garbage in and garbage out. So it's important to focusing on data critical to the success of machine learning in cybersecurity. It is really relying on the data what we are going to be catching up during the like attacking and defending from the threats into the cybersecurity. So machine learning is about deploying and developing patterns and manipulating those patterns with the algorithms. So we all know these things. In order to develop patterns, we need a lot of rich data from everywhere because the data needs to present as many potential outcomes from as many potential scenarios as possible. It's not just about the quantity of data, it must be about the quality of data. The data must have complete, relevant, and rich context collected from every potential source, whether that is at the endpoint, on the network, or in the cloud. So we need to focus on cleaning the data so we can make sense of the data, what we are capturing, and we can define their outcome. So there are some key points where we need to focusing on the data while using the cybersecurity aspects in the machine learning. First point is that do they have the right data to respond to an active attack? What kind of data we are collecting? We have information on the network, on the endpoints, on the various attacks, various clouds in which data and application are to be deployed? And the second point is that my data is structured in the way that we can use for decision making and the detection. So, or is it just sitting there? can we effectively leverage data that comes from multiple sources? Third point is that are our teams or are we are confident then that in using our data, how we are detecting attacks in the network. We are using the automation for detection as well as response. So one of the biggest challenges this is getting data from the endpoint, network, and the cloud and normalizing it into one state so that it can be used effectively for machine learning. Even with modern sophisticated machine learning technology, we cannot make sense out of data that isn't relevant or categorized for analysis. If it is coming from multiple sources, the data needs to be in the same language so the algorithms and models can understand the data and effectively apply the machine learning capabilities. It's not just about getting the right data. So we need tight integration between the data and the machine learning. So we need to capture all those things during our cybersecurity domain. There are so much talk about machine learning and AI that business leaders are can be excused if they feel like they are on hyper alert, and we are like in when we are coming into the cyber security, our potential for machine learning, it says so lasting impact is so real. So for companies it is really forward thinking enough to take care of their data first. So there are machine learning challenges, and while we have a strong correlation between the machine learning and the cyber fundamental, we have illustrated many attacks in previous years. Like I'll start talking about 2017. In May of 2017, a nasty cyber attack hit more than 0.2 million computers in 150 countries over the course of just a few days. That is WannaCry, and it exploited a vulnerability that was first discovered by the NSA National Security Agency and later stolen and disseminated online. So it worked like this. After successfully breaching a computer, WannaCry encrypted that computer's files and rendered them unreadable. In order to recover their imprisoned material, targets of the attack were told they needed to purchase a special decryption software. And although that decryption software was made by the attackers only, and it is really like having the things where we have been felt attack and we are purchasing the software from the attackers only. The next was ransomware, and we have faced all this scenario in the recent years also. So it affected individuals as well as large organization, including the UK's National Health Service, Russian banks, Chinese school, Spanish telecom, Giant Telefonica, and the US-based delivery service FedEx. By some estimates, total go to losses approx like $4 billion. But in 2018 alone, there were you cannot believe about 10.5 billion malware attacks were there. That's too much volume for humans to handle. And fortunately, we are fortunate enough that we have been going through the machine learning. So it is picking up some slack, a subset of artificial intelligence machine learning using those algorithms of previous data sets and statistically analyzing to make assumptions about a computer's behavior. So we are presumed to save us from those exploit attacks, and it's a boon of to cybersecurity. With its ability to sort through millions of files and identify potential hazardous ones, machine learning is increasingly being used to uncover threats and automatically squash them before they can wreak havoc. Now, software from Microsoft, there are a lot of softwares which are developed by the many software companies like Splunk and Microsoft, having its own softwares. We all using that Windows Defender. So Microsoft reportedly did just that in early 2018. According to the company, cyber crooks used Trojan malware in attempt to install malicious cryptocurrency miners on hundreds of thousands of computers. So the attack was stopped. Microsoft Windows Defender, a software that employs multiple layers of machine learning to identify and block perceived threats. So it is a demanding thing where we need to encounter the attacks, and if we are not clubbing the machine learning aspect into our cyber security, we cannot have the right working behavior into the computer. And due to those threats, the crypto miners were automatically shutting down, and almost as soon as they started digging, Microsoft softwares are able to catch those attacks, and now Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection came to the existence for preventing protection, breach detection, and automated investigation and response. So Windows Defender ATP is built into Windows 10 devices and automatically updates and employs cloud AI and multiple layers of machine learning algorithm to stop the threats. There are several softwares like Amazon Web Services are using Amazon Seismic, so deploying their strategies onto the machine learning to the cyber security. So whenever we are going to the aspects into the machine learning and the cyber security, so it's really interesting and really beneficial to the society and the computer domain to integrate those both behavior, cyber security aspect and the machine learning for all those things. So thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Within a short period of time, you give the importance of everything. Really, we are glad to you have in this faculty development program, ma'am. Once again, from the Department of CSC, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram, we thank to you, ma'am, from our bottom of our hearts, because we know the value of your Sunday and all, but keeping all this aside, you spend your valuable time for us. Really, we are thankful to you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for such privilege. I'm really thankful to you. Thank you, participants.
Now, I request Mr. Anuj sir, the coordinator of this FDP, to give a brief note on this faculty development program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Very good evening, all the participants. Thank you so much for all your patience in participating in all these 5-day work FDP. The objective of this faculty development program was to introduce the participants recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning, and to give an insight into how and where it can be used. And this FTP proved to be an eye-opening session for academicians and also aimed at imparting the skills required to teach machine learning in a different perspective. And the sessions were handled by professors and industry personnel from various universities across India. And this FTP was attended by around 246 participants, out of which there are faculty members from ECE, EEE, CSC, IT, machine learning, and there are research scholars and PG students. This workshop focused on recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning, and the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, conducted this 1-week FDP on recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning from 1/6/2022 to 5/6/2022. On day 1 of FDP, it has started with the inaugural session. The program was inaugurated in the afternoon 1:30 p.m. on 1st June 2022. And Ms. Asha gave a welcome note followed by a short video of grand outreach of our college and then followed by a prayer song. And then a welcome address was given by Dr. G. Srinivas Rao Garu, Principal SVCW, and then a speech by Chief Guest Dr. Bu Tanj Hung, Tondu Tang University, Vietnam, and then a speech by Guest of Honor Dr. Sailesh Iyer, Ray University, and then finally a brief note on recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning by Dr. P. Kiran Srigar, Professor and HOD CSC SVSW, and the convener of this FDP. And finally, vote of thanks by coordinator of this FDP, Mr. P. Sunil Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of CSC SVCW. And on day 1, Session 1 was taken by Dr. Pankaj Dadich and spoke about performance analysis using big data analytics. And in session 2 of day 1, Mrs. S3 Valadictory spoke about satellite data science. And in session 3, Dr. Santosh Krishna spoke about in artificial intelligence and its applications, problems and solutions. And the last session of day 1, Dr. Sridhar Iyer spoke about semantic communications for intelligent wireless networks. And on day 2, session 1 was taken up by Dr. Dimple Nagpal, and he spoke about biomedical analysis using deep learning. And in session 2, Dr. Jaypandian N spoke about cybersecurity and privacy issues in cloud computing. And in session 3, Dr. T. Telagaraj Kongu spoke about research scopes and recent trends in machine learning. And in the last session of day 2, Dr. Anupriya Jain explained about the applied areas where machine learning can be used, like spam mail detection, community detection, association mining, etc. And on day 3, session 1 was started by Dr. Seema Sharma, who gave her insights about understanding artificial intelligence and machine learning. And in session 2, Dr. P. Rajesh, who gave us hands-on approach about machine learning approaches using Python. And in the last session of the day 3, Dr. Sachin Sharma spoke about what are the different ways to store the data. And on day 4, first session was started by Dr. M. Umadevi, and she spoke about malware detection using machine learning and showed us a complete hands-on approach on how we can detect the malware. And in session 2, Chandra J spoke clearly on how we can create an auto machine learning model, what is a standard process and standard machine learning pipeline. And in session 3, Dr. Hare Ram Shah spoke about privacy and security issues in social media. And the last session of day 4, Dr. Vivek Vyas spoke on how machine learning model can help us to predict the future network traffic. And finally, on this day 5 of our FDP, session 1 was taken by Dr. Arul Pon Daniel, and who completely spoke about the various aspects of machine learning. And in session 2, Professor Umar N. Dulhar, she spoke about machine learning in multidisciplinary applications by taking few real-time case studies. So all the sessions were very informative, and the discussed area are of great benefit to the participants as the topics match with the academic curriculum, and also participants were educated on the recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning. Participants really gained fundamental knowledge of how cybersecurity and machine learning plays an important role. So I hope this FDP was immensely useful for the beginner level and middle level research scholars as well. This in turn will help in motivating participants as well as students in various aspects of this machine learning. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity to give you a brief note on what has happened in this 5-day FDP on recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request all the participants, please enable your cameras to take a photo session. Please be enable camera till we intimate, because we may have the large gallery. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. So please be patient till we intimate. Please turn on your camera. Keep it. Thank you for your patience. Kiran Kumar sir, please let us know after completing.
Sir, okay, sir.
Oh. Thank you, participants. Now you can disable your cameras. Okay, thank you all. By this, we mark end of the validity of this faculty development program. Before that, I take the opportunity to propose vote of thanks. By today, we successfully completed the online faculty development program on recent trends in cybersecurity and machine learning with the support of delegates participating from colleges and universities across all streams of education from science to technology to research across our country. I convey my regards and hearty thanks to our SVES management. I thank our principal, Dr. G. Srinivas Rao Garu. I thank our vice principal, Dr. P. Srinivas Raju Garu. I thank our convener, Dr. P. Kiran Sri Garu, professor and head of the department, Computer Science and Engineering. I thank the faculty and supporting staff. I thank one and all for making this faculty development program success by their contribution and support. From the Department of CSC, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram, we thank one and all individually for giving your 100% contribution for making this program grand success, and we expect the same support will be continued for further faculty development programs also. So now I request to hear from you. If any of you would like to share your feedback, I request the participants to share your valuable feedback. You can enable your cameras or mics. If you feel that, you can share your views.
Thank you. Yeah, good evening. It's been a very fabulous FDP for the 5 days. I mean, the members who explained us the points what they covered were unique, and it was very simple for us to understand the points what they covered. So it's a really very good FDP what I've attended in the recent times. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. B. Swati Madam.
Good evening, one and all. So I'm Mr. Pradeep Udupa from Reva University, Bangalore. I also got a lot of insight and deep knowledge by the sessions shared by the eminent delegates. And I'm especially happy that you focused on the recent trends of today, and it was especially machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence. These are the booming areas. So getting a knowledge and informations and concepts about all this has greatly helped all of us. So I thank wholeheartedly for conducting such a wonderful FTP program and enriching us with a lot of knowledge. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pradeep, sir.
Good evening.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Conducted by the Dr. Party from SRM College. All sessions are very fruitful or very beneficial for all faculty members. And the resource person, whatever the information given by the resource person are very useful for us. And we are very thankful for all resource person and especially coordinator who conducted all the sessions so nicely. Thank you, sir. Thank you to all.
Thank you so much, sir. Ma'am, please.
Hello, everyone. Myself, Dr. Sunita Kushwaha from Maths University. Sir, this session was very fabulous because the combination of cryptography and machine learning is a very uh, interesting area in today's days. So we are very glad with that practical sections and all the other information which is currently grooming in this particular research scenario. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your coordinations and support for us.
Thank you so much, Sunita madam.
Thank
Good evening, sir. This is Jyoti from St. Francis College, Hyderabad,
Good evening. ma'am.
Telangana. First of all, thank you for the S3 Engineering College and the core committee members and all the organizers of the this FDP, because it was planned in a perfect way and executed in an excellent way from the day one to till today, and all the sessions are really great, and all the speakers are efficient speakers and they have given efficiently. That's what I found. So thank you so much for all the organization and all the speakers. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for your valuable feedback, ma'am.
Sir, I would like to give the feedback, sir.
Sure, ma'am.
Sir, thank you very much. Just now I am taking the practical orals, and on this day, while doing the work, I am attending your FDP. This FDP covered lot of new advanced knowledge topics, and all the faculties which you have selected has done lot of good job, because they have given best of their knowledge to us. And this attending this FDP just for me like a picnic for me, because I'm getting the dinner of lot of subjects, sir, and enjoyment. It is just like a lot of enjoyment for me, sir. Please attend. I will request to the coordinators, please attend such a nice FDP programs for 1 week or 2 week in different topics. Thank you very much, and saluting to all the team, sir. Thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Definitely we will consider your request, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir.
Myself Nilesh Patil from Saraswati College of Engineering. This was very nice FDP, and I especially want to thanks to Dr. Anush sir, because we got information from sir Anush sir, and you can see lot of faculty from Saraswati College Kharghar, Mumbai. We joined and we took advantage of this FDP. So I congratulate to college, Vishnu College, for arranging such a nice FDP, and congratulate for successful completing the FDP on such a advanced topic. Thank you, and congratulations to all coordinators. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you one and all from the Saraswati College who participated for this faculty development program. Does anyone like to share their views? Okay.
Yeah, hello, sir. Good evening to everyone.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
This is Dr. Mansur from CMR Technical Campus, Hyderabad. It's a very fruitful session, sir. And it's a combination of machine learning and the cyber security, which is the recent and which is very new area. That is, combination is very new. So we are going to get lot of information, applications, okay, and the where we can focus on doing some research work in the cyber security as well as combination of machine learning. So it's very useful to the people who are going for research. Thank you so much, sir, for your conducting this informative session. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback.
Good evening, everyone. This is Jyoti Udgeri from Sihagar College of Science, Pune, Maharashtra.
Good evening, ma'am.
Although my background is microbiology, a very different background, which is little bit related to the medical field. Still, I have not been exposed much to this field of cybersecurity and machine learning. Although I have started learning artificial intelligence and machine learning, this FDP was really useful to me, and I'm sure I'll be able to propagate the knowledge that I have gained through all the insights that have been put forth by the resource persons to carry out small projects with my students. I take cybersecurity for my students, and even that part would be very useful for me. And like the attendee before me said, this is going to be very useful to carry out research. And I hope to be able to get more knowledge by connecting with the resource persons later on. Thank you very much. Very well organized FDP, one of the really best activities that I have attended. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Really, thank you so much, ma'am. Anyone would like to share?
Good evening to all.
Good evening, ma'am.
This is Gomadi from Periyar Maniamma University, Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu, sir. First of all, I thank to this FTP team members, sir. All sessions was very interesting, very useful, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your feedback.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, participants. So by this, I hope we can mark end of this faculty development program. Based on the feedbacks what we received, we noticed that majority of the participants, even they are not related to the computers field, with a different fields also, they gain some knowledge related to their research environments and all. Really, it gives our pleasure to provide these sort of faculty development programs in future also, and we hope the same support will be supported to our departments by your great participation. I'm expecting that from you all. So by this, I'm ending the session. Now we will share the overall feedback, because for today's we didn't consider the feedback. We'll share the overall feedback. Please do fill that feedback. Followed by that, we'll share the examination link too. Based on the majority of the participants' requests, the examination links will be opened till 8 p.m. today. After 8 p.m., it will be closed. So I request one and all participants to fill oral feedback form and attempt the examination test with the link, and the link will be closed by 8 p.m. today. Both examination link as well as the oral feedback link will be shared in the WhatsApp group. Once again, I thank one and all, every participant for making this faculty development program great success with your participation. We hope the same support will be extended for the further programs also from our Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Sir, I wanted to do one request to you. Can you allow me?
Yes, ma'am. Tell me.
Please, can you do the separate FDP program of crystallography, symmetrical or symmetrical crystallography, that topic, sir, because it is included in our syllabus, sir. It is nowadays there. I cannot able to find such a program, sir.
Definitely, ma'am. Our convener, sir, will coordinate with the faculty members because
Yes, sir. Because nowadays
whoever,
we can, in
yes,
Maharashtra, we are not getting such a type separate topics, and it is included in degree, diploma up to master degree, sir. Please, that is
definitely, ma'am. Because
okay, sir.
based on our convener circle, definitely our convener will find out the correct person who can give the fruitful information. Then definitely we will conduct a session, ma'am. Definitely we
Okay, sir.
will notice your point. We will conduct it.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much for your suggestion. Okay, participants, we're signing off for today. We'll meet in the further programs. Thank you once again. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.